Rangers score 3 in the game's first 32 minutes, and they take a 3-1 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets in Ohio. Inside our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone alongside Steve Valiquette. So one night after the Rangers might have taken their opponent too lightly, it didn't look that way, at least for the first half of the game. Rangers had to face some adversity in the third, but held strong and end up winning by 2.
That's what I take away from this game too, John. It's what did you learn about yourself during this hockey game? And it's that the Rangers didn't repeat the mistake they made at the beginning of December when they lost to Ottawa and lost to Chicago in back-to-back games. And it really almost unraveled the Rangers' season. Now, I think that the Rangers understand that they can play a team that's beneath them in the standings and still play really hard, get the outcome they need, get on the right track in 2 periods so you can have an easier third period. But Columbus did have a pretty good push in the third. It wasn't a cakewalk, so then you still get something out of it. I mean, Halak there embraces Lindgren at the end of the game, and there's still something earned there. Columbus wasn't a complete pushover in the third, but they were very easy to play against for 2.
Yeah, they were, and the Rangers took advantage of that by scoring the game's first 3 goals. And after a game in which they only scored 1 against the Canadiens, and in a game where they only scored 1 in regulation time against the Dallas Stars, it was Mika Zibanejad, who leads the team now with 20 goals on the season, who put the Rangers on top in the first period. We'll check out how that goal was scored by going inside the film room, powered by CDW and HP.
Well, for Mika, it's his 20th goal of the year, and we talk a lot about his one-timer. He has 11 one-timer goals, but that's not just the only way he can score. He certainly has a shot, and the unique thing about this here, too, John, is that the Rangers had a pretty good night getting out of their zone because Columbus was passive until they got to their offensive blue line, and then they would jump you. And Kakko understood this, and he was using an east-to-west look here to dump it into space for Zibanejad. So then he knows right now that he's got speed, he's coming downhill, and he's shooting for triangles. That's the idea. You want to screen the goaltender. They were certainly targeting high glove on Merzlikins in the game. And the thing that really gets me excited about that play is that if you remember last season in Toronto, Mika had a goal very similar to it. High slot, used the Toronto defender as a screen. That's one that I really want to see the Rangers, especially the bigger shooters like Mika, like Panarin, allow the team to screen their own goalie if they're going to do it. Let them come, be patient enough, and Mika changes the angle enough. Mika doesn't score unless he allows the Columbus defender to get into that space, and I hope he buys in on that because I want to see him do it more frequently.
Yeah, interesting. Amazingly, Mika Zibanejad now one of only 7 Rangers to score 20 or more goals in 6 consecutive seasons. The last Ranger to do that was Rod Gilbert back in 1977. So Mika Zibanejad puts the Rangers on the board. It was 1-0 at that point. They make it 2-0 in the final minute of the first period. And, again, a pretty remarkable statistic, in fact, when you consider Barclay Goodrow tonight played in his 455th NHL game. And he now has 1 career power play goal.
I couldn't believe that, especially with the way that he plays net front, and being that he was in San Jose, a lot of play too is net front there. At any rate, it's the Rangers' 7th goal in 7 games on the power play, but it's the second unit that gets it done. Kakko does a great job low to get it up high. Miller and Trouba hit a seam up here, and this is something that I expected to see. I thought the Rangers had a lot of looks, a lot of chances on the power play. This is the only power play goal, but there was a lot of opportunity, and I think that helped with the overall level of confidence. The delivery from Miller, he gets another point in this game, and it's a great deflection while screening the goalie, and we talked a lot about this with the shortcomings last night against Montreal. The Rangers only had 2 screens in the game. It was nice to see the net front presence pay off because, once again, you want to continue to buy into that, and players want to do what the coaches want them to do when it results in points, goals and assists. You can really get me to buy in if it works. I'm happy that that worked for them because we haven't seen enough of that lately.
Barclay Goodrow's 9th of the year. It was 2-0 Rangers after 1. The first goal came 4-on-4. The second goal came on the power play. And the third Rangers goal came midway through the second period, a 5-on-5 goal, and it was scored by Vitaly Kravtsov. Another goal, though, in which Barclay Goodrow contributed.
That's right. And you know what? It was another one of those plays that started in their own zone. They had to sort it out because, once again, it was a pretty passive forecheck for Columbus. They were pretty easy to get out against, and Halak had his way with the rim. Everything gets set up here on the half wall, but Kravtsov looks quickly, and he's thinking that he's going to go to Fox, but there's an opportunity to get it up ice because the stick for the Columbus Blue Jackets kind of inadvertently gets it to the center ice area. Hedl now gets pressed by 2, and you'd expect them to close here, but they weren't defending well. Gaudreau then keeps the play alive. Kravtsov, who scores his 3rd goal in his 25th game, gets to the net. This is where he has to go. Hedl has a very good understanding of where offense comes from right now. He's been able to be very strong at centering the puck. So has Kakko. It's nice to see the young guys get the puck from below the goal line to the net. Why do you want that? Because the goalie is acting blind. He can't see. Everything from below the goal line has the attention of all of the defenders, and they can't see behind them. We're starting to see more offense start from below the goal line. The Rangers can do that with the skill level that they have, with the young guys they have, with the motor they have, a little more frequently as well.